What's up, YouTube? In today's video, we're on schedule 1, and what I want to show you is an insane money farm, just like best Coca setup, everything, dealer lineups, dealer assigned customers, everything. As you can tell, we're at 1.3 mil, and we had this set up from we didn't even have Uptown unlocked yet. We were just raking in slowly but surely, just like getting all this cash, no problem, no setup. That's my dog painting. Thank you. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys the Coca setup at the docks and how you can make that easy money. So as you guys can see with my dealers, I try to give them all about 6 bricks each of the Coke with a 4 mixture solution. It seems the best and most cost efficient way to just pump out constant product, as well as a steady source of money coming in from the dealers. I use all 6 dealers: Benji, Brad, Jane, Leo, Molly, and Way. And you guys can see here, they're all about 6 bricks each is about 120 product. So you can see that he's just holding on to, Benji's just holding on to some cash. He's sold some of the product, and here are the assigned customers for Benji, Brad, Jane, Leo, Molly, and Way. So, go back, take screenshots if these are customers you want to copy. As for the docks setup, the best and most efficient way that I have product pumped out is 4 chemists, 3 botanists, and 2 handlers, as well as 1 cleaner, just to keep everything organized and tidy. I always have at least 2 deliveries come in to the docks that has 160 of each of the 4 products that I use for the mixture. For me, I'm using, as you can tell from these shelves here, I'm using batteries, Adderall, iodine, and horse action. And I also have 2 vans that I keep extra storage in every once in a while, any of the mixtures, or if I want the coca seeds and fertilizer and soil, I'll throw them in the trunks here. But most of the storage is inside of the docks. So going into the docks, you'll see the first setup I have are the shelves with the mixes. So I have 2 shelves each lined up perfectly here. So it'll ultimately will be making a 4 mixture solution of Coca. If you want, you could turn this into an 8 mix, which is high value. You can use this whole same setup at the docks for a high value 8 mix solution. If you want, do the same exact thing. All you would do is change the destination from one set of the 4 mixers directly to the other set of 4. But what I have it right now is the left shelves go to the left set of mixtures, and the right shelves go to the right set of mixtures, and the destinations ultimately bring the 4 mixed product directly to the brick press here. And the brick press goes to the shelf, all thanks to the handlers, and that's it right here. Okay, first things first, let's go over the botanists. So these are the botanist shelves that I have. Each of the 3 botanists pull from one of these shelves each, and I have 2 things of soil, 3 things of fertilizers maxed, as well as 3 coca seeds maxed. And each botanist will have one on the left side here. I have 2 grows, and then the trash can in the middle set of 2, and the other 2 here, and then 2 drying racks. So the goal of this is to be able to pump out some heavenly quality Coke, as well as the purple quality as just an extra set. But you can see here, these 2 pots go to one drying rack. These middle 2 pots go to the other drying rack. And then these back pots I have not going to the drying rack, but going directly to the cauldron. Going directly to the cauldron here. I believe it's this one. Yeah, because the drying racks, the 2 drying racks then go to this cauldron. So as you can see, you set it up, 2 to 1, 2 to 1, both of these to 1, and then these 2 go all the way to this one. And what this middle back area for the Coca is, these are all going to be the gray quality. These are all the gray, not gray. These are all the purple quality Coca. So not Heavenly. These are not going to the drying rack, the same as these 2 pots back here. So those 2 pots, as well as these 4 pots, go to this drying rack for purple quality. And then these 4 pots, boom, 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 go to this drying rack, or go to this cauldron, with these back pots over here. Same exact layout as the left side is on the right side for mixing purple quality coca. And same thing with the drying racks. The 2 go to one, these 2 go to this one, and then both these go to this cauldron. So yeah, I mean, these pump out, as you guys can tell. So these pump out, and then the cauldrons go to, so this is where it gets a little confusing. I have 2 cauldrons. Every cauldron is going to their own oven. All you want to do is make sure that you have 1 gold quality, 1 purple quality, go to 2 ovens that move to one side, one set of the 4 mixtures in the middle. So you want to make sure that when you do this, you have the destinations go from the gold cauldron, purple cauldron, to 1 purple oven, 1 gold oven, and then the gold and purple ovens go to one side of the mixing stations. No, the right side for the whole right side of coca production. Same thing with the left side here. The left side, you have the gold cauldron, the purple go to the gold oven, and the purple oven to the left side mixing stations. And then here it's super simple. You know, I have a 4 mix setup, so it goes from Adderall. So the ovens go here, and then, you know, either they'll be mixing a set of 10 gold or a set of 10 purple, and then they just go from here to here to here to here, and then boom, right to the brick press. Oh, this music is so good, bro. Like, let's just take a second and appreciate the music in this game. So good, so good, so addictive, ironically enough. And then the same thing goes for here. So like I said, you could make this an 8 mix solution if you wanted. What you would do is you just put all the ovens, direct them to one starting mixer, and then go all the way around, and then boom, you would probably move this to start at this shelf and go all the way around, and then go all the way to the brick press. And I have the handlers set up. There's only 2 handlers that we need. I have the handlers so that they automatically fill from the shelves to each mixer that are assigned to it. Like I said, the left shelf is going to the left mixing station, and the right shelf is going to the right mixing station. That goes for every one of these shelves. So you can just do shelf management here and just make sure that everything is even. And then you can go to the deliveries and make sure that you pull whatever items you need to constantly restock these. Honestly, you could probably go 2 to 3 days of production without having to refill a shelf with any items. So realistically, the 2 deliveries of my solution, which is the batteries, Adderall, iodine, and horse action, costs about $5K a day for the deliveries. And realistically, we're pumping out so much money that I think the dealers themselves just bring in like close to 40K a day, like to 45K a day. And just so you guys know, the solution that I'm making is fruity gruel, which is Adderall, then iodine, then battery, then horse action. And you can see here in the products window in the phone, fruity gruel is based at 426 a unit. I bump it up to 500 just because the dealers are selling it and they don't seem to have a problem selling at 500, especially for those low money holding NPCs in the game. So the only thing that you have to do, because the way that the handlers work, and unfortunately there are only 2, you can only realistically have them dedicated to the shelves, moving the products from the shelves here to the mixing stations. The only thing that you would ever really have to do yourself is have a gasoline storage, and then fill the cauldrons up yourself. But realistically, the gas, you know, refilling the cauldrons realistically you only probably have to do it like once every in-game week or so, because they pretty much just, you know, having 20 per cauldron and the time limit that it takes to, you know, make the product come out. This is barely something that you have to do. So every once in a while, I would just suggest checking the cauldrons and making sure that the gasoline is full from your gas shelf. I mean, as you can tell from the setup, there are plenty other storage that you can use and have and maintain. I mean, as you can see here, I have my soil, fertilizer, and Coca seeds up here that I just throw in and restock whenever, you know, the botanists are, you know, pulling, and I try to just keep this full when I'm doing a whole, you know, main production, you know, week or so, just to fill this shelf up. Just fill it up as much as I can from those shelves up there. And, you know, if I have any extras, I bring the truck to get the Coca and fertilizer, because those are mostly the ones that they pull from the soil. Seems to last a while. So I just fill the truck up with Coca and fertilizer. And if I can't fill those shelves up there, then I just keep it in the van here and, you know, fill from there and eventually, you know, pull from the shelves up here. I mean, as for their beds, I like to keep the, you know, the type of rolls in the same spots. So as you see up here on the left side, I have the 3 botanists, the 1 cleaner. Just it's easier to manage. I have them tucked away in this corner up here in the docks. I have my setup in here. This is something for me to just mess around with other mixtures if I want to just, you know, package some stuff up and sell it and, you know, play my version of the game. I have these extra stuff in here, you know, that when the game does eventually unlock new regions of potential customers, I have heavenly mixtures that I can just sell to them myself. Or if I want to take one of the bricks that are on that shelf down there, bring it up here to my packing station, I can unpack it and then put them either in baggies or jars and just sell them myself. Over here on the right side are the 2 handlers and then the 4 chemists here. Speaking of the chemists, they're going to be assigned to pretty much just each station. So, I mean, you can assign 4 chemistry sets to 1 chemist. So 1 chemist is getting these 4 mixtures. The other chemist is getting the right side mixing stations. 1 chemist is getting the 4 ovens, and then the other chemist is getting the 4 cauldrons. So yeah, honestly, like, I kind of was just playing around with a lot. I ultimately, you know, a lot of trial and error happened here at the docks, trying to find the best Coca setup. And honestly, this is something that happened closer to my 4th try of figuring any of this out. And this is by far the best way to pump out product, both heavenly and regular or purple quality. And then just to constantly have my dealers holding a massive amount, as well as bringing in that good cash. I mean, you could tell, like I said, we're clearing about 45K a day, as well as having so many more product to have. I would say the only, I mean, it's not even a downside, but with this 4 mixtures, like with this 4 mixture and paying everybody their daily wage here, I would say it costs about max, right? Max. It probably costs about 6 to 7K cost a day. Sometimes maybe 10 if we're refilling any of these shelves here with the fertilizer and seeds. So we're saying max 10K every 2 days or so. We're bringing in 45K. So we're getting a constant stream of cash every day. And that's without even selling myself. You got to keep in mind, I'm not even selling myself at that point. This is pretty much a very self-sufficient operation. I hand out a brick or 2 to my dealers every 2 days. And, you know, without me even selling a single thing, we're still making close to 45K cash a day. I recently did just move the Fruity Gruel from 450 cash a unit to 500. So I guess when we take a sleep here, we'll see how much the dealers are really bringing in. But yeah, that is my dock setup for Schedule 1. I do my daily laundering runs every morning. Just do that, and if I need to bring in bricks, I'll bring bricks to the dealers, and that's about it. I mean, once I got to this point before we even unlocked Uptown. So we just had so much cash on hand before Uptown was even unlocked. And by the time we got Uptown and then we got the dealer, what was his name? Leo. You know, this just became a much more self-sufficient operation and just steady cash. I mean, realistically, we got to the point that we're in end game and there really isn't anything to do just other than just collect cash from everybody. But this is a great setup to have once you unlock the docks and then you go into that, you know, what is it, suburbia and uptown section of the game, because you do get the Coca, I think. Yeah, you get the Coca when you unlock the docks. So you can realistically start this operation and start this setup when you unlock the Coca and get the docks. And I mean, putting everything here was probably about 50K. So if you have a little, you know, 40 to 50K for all the utility, and I mean, if you're not doing any trial and error, you know, like I did, and you do this exact setup, you just won't have a problem. I had a lot of, you know, times where I was messing around with a lot of things, trying things out, and just wasting a lot of money. But if you just do this setup, you know, you do a 4 product, or you do a 4 mixture pump of product, 8 if you really want to, and yeah, I mean, by far the quick and easiest way to pump out product. And like I said, if you are in ever any need of just want of selling anything yourself, you can always just go to the package station that you have up here. You unpack the product and boom, you got 20. But yeah, that is the dock setup, the most optimal Coca farm that I found myself. And the mix that just worked best for me. I didn't really look up any mixes other than the ones that I try up here for myself and just mess around with. But so it is about 2 a.m. So we'll see how much the dealers brought in today if we sleep. 50K. So they did even better once I bumped the price up of the fruity gruel to 500 opposed to 450. So yeah, you're gonna be making close to 50K a day with 480 passive experience each day. So yeah, that is the Coca setup at the docks and dealer information for assigned customers. I know it's been a while since I made my last video. I wish I was able to record the series that we had getting to this point on Schedule 1 because it was a lot of fun, but I had a lot going on. But we're going to try to get back into this whole swing of things. I appreciate everybody for watching. If you're interested in more tips and tricks on Schedule 1, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm looking forward for Tyler to make some new content in this game. I'm highly addictive. I don't see myself really playing it much anymore since we sort of beat the game. I would like to get to 1 million on the my card. So I might just come in every once in a while and just launder. So when more content comes out, I'll be sure to make more videos on that and optimal setups and locations and properties and things along those lines. But again, I appreciate you for watching. Have a good one. Peace.